My name is Thomas Henriksson, and I'm a painter living in Berlin and grew up in Kristianstad. I studied in Stockholm at the Royal Academy of Arts till the mid-90s when I moved to New York for 5 years before I moved to Berlin in 2000. The exhibition is called Singularities. A singularity is the event horizon, beyond which everything is unknown. It used to relate to only black holes, but is now also the point in time where computers become so powerful that man becomes superfluous. I call the paintings singularities because they to me represent the membranes that separate us from reaching outside of our own limitations into the still unknown. They are the event horizon itself, the border to the future, to alternative universes, or to our own death. The paintings deal with space and time and the limits of our perception. They refer to our industrial and urban world, but are in themselves organic. In this sense, they are nature itself. These paintings spring from drawings I did after a trip to Tokyo. I wanted the paintings to convey the feeling of being enclosed in the organism cities really are, the feeling of being closed in by the enormous buildings and glass facades. Looking at the painting, I see the moment when the facades melt, as I imagine, from the heat wave of the last bombs. But the paintings can also depict waves of water in front of skies filled with northern lights, film strips or windows, or just be abstract. Some other paintings that are in the downstairs gallery, I think about like windows to barns or windows to old houses in the countryside. Even if you go close, it doesn't get less diffuse. There's a layer of fat and dust on the inside that makes it impossible to see anything, however close you go. These paintings are my attempt to find a synthesis between a lot of conflicting origins or lines of thought in one and the same piece or in the same show. Create a synthesis between the representational and the abstract, the expressive and the formal, both the painterly expressive or what the paintings communicate. They also spring out of a few years' trials to understand what an abstract painting could be, where I came to the conclusion that it is impossible to make abstract paintings, because a truly abstract painting means that it's free of reference to anything, known or felt, hence does not mean anything, and art has to mean something to be art. These paintings are painting with spatulas, not brushes. Both the use of spatulas as painting tools and the grid itself is very decisive for the process. In one way, I have limited the creative part of the process through mechanizing it, making it into a method, at the same time as I can paint every single square as I want, according to that method. The only thing I really can see during the process are the single squares, and there is no possibility to grasp the whole before all squares are made and the painting is all done. When painting these paintings, I try to keep the lines as straight as possible, but the lines get very skewed, which I then have to compensate for, and in the flaws that then occur is where the paintings get their identity. And the same goes for the paint. The paint tells stories. The paint is in itself a language. In this show, there are 3 paintings that fundamentally are the same attempts to create the same painting, resulting in 3 individual ones.
Fast naturligtvis så ändrar det sig så att det blir inte samma sak. Jag jobbar med olja.
I use oil paint because it ages beautifully. It will take up to 100 years for these paintings to dry all through, and the changes that will occur when the paint hardens is also part of the living process.
Uttrycket på bilderna kommer att ändra sig, men det är en del av att det är levande. De här målningarna är inte gjorda för
These paintings are not done for this room, but they are fit as if they are. And for me personally, because my parents sold glass around Tomelilla when I was a kid, end of 60s, this is most likely the first exhibition space I ever visited. This is the first time I showed these paintings together, and it could not have been at a better place.
Det kunde inte vara på en bättre ort.